kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Running back searching for a hole. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the catch. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target over the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Using his legs, it's Tyson. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Right back to him on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The ball is right at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. They're looking for the first touchdown of the day. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Softened him up with the run. Now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Horvat. Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Horvat. Here's the pressure. Right on the money. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The option look. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he's in for the touchdown. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a little space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Strickland. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bowers Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Creates a little space. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Reads it, fires complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The receiver on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed? Being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete on the right side, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They go to the ground. Turning it on! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to pass, it's Horvath. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Wants to throw on first down. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Loss of 2. Brings up second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the option. Now the pitch. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3. Second down.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Looking for a man, it's Horvath. Firing toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He caught it! Pulls it in and takes it in for a touchdown.
Number 5 with the catch and score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Strickland. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And the returner will be knocked down. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Makes the quick grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Back to throw, it's Horvat. Grab near the marker, it's Richmond. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got his man on the right.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the 4th quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Hand off to the fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.